In this video, we are going to cover the ins and outs of adding a business and setting them up as a vendor in Crow's Nest. The first step is to add this business to Crow's Nest, and I'm going to do that here in the businesses form. In the top left corner, there's this blue link, add new business. Just go ahead and click that, and then you can type in the name of the business. In this case, the full name of this business is Edge Banding Services Inc. So I'm just going to paste that in and hit OK. And now we'll see that that business has been added. It's highlighted by default, and there's the business name. I don't want Crow's Nest to refer to it as its full name. I want it to refer to it as ESI. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the abbreviated name. I'm going to type in ESI and hit OK. And then I'm going to check the little box here that says use abbrev. Now, wherever this business is referenced in Crow's Nest, it's going to go by ESI, and you can see that it's changed down here in the list. Now I'm going to go ahead and add an address for ESI. So I'm going to right click in the main address field and choose edit. And then we'll just fill out the fields here that are applicable. I'm going to just copy them from my acknowledgement and paste them into the fields over here. Okay, now that I have the address entered in here, I will go ahead and hit OK. It's going to show up here as the main address for ESI. Now I'm going to add some labels to ESI. Business labels are used to identify what your relationship is with a given business in Crow's Nest. So in this case, I'm going to add a couple labels. I'm going to add the label of a supplier. And then I also want to add a label of sinks. And I know that this label actually doesn't exist in my Crow's Nest. So I'm going to go ahead and add that label now. Just going to right click here in the label section, hit add, and choose and type the name that I want. I'm going to call this sinks and hit OK. So now I have some labels associated with ESI that they're a supplier and a supplier of sinks. Okay, now we'll just go ahead and fill out the rest of these fields here. I'm going to go ahead and add the website for ESI. And then my account number, I'm just going to get that from my order acknowledgement here. And paste that in. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the vendor tab here for ESI. And when you open the vendor tab, it'll go to the PO tab. Now, whatever we set up here is going to be the default information that comes in when we create a PO, a purchase order, for ESI. So I'm going to set up my payment terms. And my payment terms in this case is a credit card on file. I'm going to set my shipping terms, which in this case would be best available. Now I don't have that here, or best way I guess is how it says it here on my acknowledgement. So let's make a new shipping term here. So I'm just going to right click in the window, hit add, and we'll make one called best way. And we'll select that. Okay, now I'm going to set the default tax rate. In this case it is 7.25%, so hit OK there. So I'm going to put my contact in here. It's Wade Hunsaker. He is actually not set up in Crow's Nest, so I'm going to add him right here on the fly. I'm just going to right click in the window, choose add, and put in his information. Okay, now that I have his contact info in here, I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And now we can select him as the contact for POs on ESI. Okay, so now we're going to add the email address of who should be the send to on these auto-generated emails. In this case, I want to send it to sales@edgebanding-services.com. And then I'm going to add a CC to my contact Wade. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in a default message that I'd like to be in these auto-generated emails. So at this point, I have ESI added to Crow's Nest, and I have them set up as a vendor. In the next video, we're going to create a PO for ESI, and you'll see how the information we inputted during this video easily translates over to a PO and will save you a lot of time.